This is iOS 10 Beta 3. So yeah, the third iOS 10 beta has been released. Now the third beta comes with even less changes than the second one, but regardless, there are still some changes, some features that are worth mentioning. So hey everyone, welcome to the Zone of Tech, I'm Daniel, and here are my top 20 features that I believe to be the biggest changes in iOS 10 Beta 3. Enjoy. So coming in at number 1, we have a brand new keyboard sound. Well, it's not actually a new keyboard sound. The one that it was in beta 1 is now back. So in beta 2, Apple actually switched back to the iOS 9 keyboard sound, but apparently the brand new iOS 10 beta 1 keyboard sound is now back. Let me know in the comments which one do you think sounds better. I do personally like this new one more. Number 2, this is a pretty big one. Apparently the iPhone can now detect water damage. So in beta 3, if there's any water inside the lightning port, you will get this alert telling you to disconnect the cable and let the port dry out. Obviously, if you happen to charge your phone while water is inside the port, it will fry the circuit board. So yeah, it's really useful to have this warning now. Number 3, in the second beta, we actually got this brand new rest finger to unlock option, which actually didn't work in the second beta, but now in beta 3 it has been fixed, so rest finger to unlock now seems to work. So if you enable this in the accessibility settings, you no longer have to click the home button to unlock the iPhone, just hold your finger on the home button and it unlocks. This also works really well with Raise to Wake if you have it enabled, and if you have this option turned on, you basically unlock your phone like in iOS 9. As you probably know, in iOS 10 you actually have to click the home button to unlock the phone, since Light to Unlock is now gone because of the widgets. Number 4, this is not actually an iOS 10 feature, but in Pokemon Go, the low power saving mode now works, and also the gyroscope detection also works. Finally. So feel free to catch some Pokemons now. Oh, and apparently there's actually a Pokemon here on my computer, so let me try and catch it. And yes, success! I got it. So yeah, feel free to catch some more Pokemons now. How many of them did you get? Let me know in the comments. I have about 34, but I do have quite a lot of doubles. So yeah, still got plenty of more to go. Number 5, this is a pretty interesting one. We now get haptic feedback when unlocking your iPhones. So basically when you press the power button now, you get a small vibration that pretty much tells you that you did lock the phone. Not sure why this would be useful since the button is already physical, so you can feel it. But regardless, this is a pretty neat thing to have. Number 6, also in terms of that power button, we now have a brand new lock noise which sounds like this. Which one do you think sounds better, this one or the previous one? Number 7, this is a pretty small change actually. When you open up a folder, the background blur seems to be back now. This was missing in the first beta, but now it seems to be back. Number 8, this is a really useful change. You can now send images that you find in Safari or in the Mail app. You now have this brand new sharing option, and you can now send them directly to iCloud Drive. So this is an incredibly useful option because you no longer have to save the image and then send it to iCloud Drive. You can now do all of that in just one step. Really nice to have. Number 9, in Apple Music, downloads is now called downloaded music again, and it's also deletable. This is weird because this is how it was in beta 1, and in beta 2 they actually made it non-removable, but now it seems to be back to how it was in the first beta. Pretty interesting. Number 10, this is a pretty small change, but in the widgets panel, now when you scroll down, the clock always remains on the top, so no longer disappears, and same goes for the search bar. Pretty small change, but definitely useful to have. Number 11, in settings, if you go to Siri, Siri now has this new panel called Siri App Support. So as you probably know, in iOS 10, the Siri API is now open to developers, so any third-party apps can now make use of Siri. And this new panel in the settings basically allows you to see which apps are using Siri and also how they're using it. 12, when 3D touching on an app that doesn't support 3D touch, we now get a share option followed by the name of the app instead of just the share icon like we had in the previous betas. Next up, in Apple Music, when you add a playlist now, instead of tapping the plus button, you now subscribe to that playlist, which is much easier to comprehend for new users since you're essentially not downloading that playlist, it's a public one, so the subscribe naming definitely sounds more appropriate. Number 14, the HomeKit app has been redesigned. So for example, we no longer get the scenes option. We first need to add accessories, and only after that we can assign those accessories to specific scenes and rooms. Number 15, also in the HomeKit app, you can now invite people. So you can add, for example, family members, and they will be able to control the accessories in your home without them having to resync the accessories. So this is a pretty nice feature to have. 16, in the Health app, even though the health data videos still don't work, we do get specific text for each of them. So for example, activity, sit less, move more, and get some more exercise, sleep, stay consistent, sleep better, and so on. Number 17, in the music app, when searching for a song, the library is now on the left and the Apple Music has switched to the right now, and apparently you can also clear recent searches, which was definitely not possible before, and you can also see trending searches. Number 18, in messages, when someone is sending you a GIF or an image, or basically anything from a third-party app within the Messages app, that person will actually get a typing bubble telling him that you're actually trying to find a GIF. 19, when 3-touching on a notification, instead of getting that dismiss option like we had before, we now get more app-specific responses, such as view or the open option and more, especially useful since if you want to dismiss the app, you already have that X button on the top. And finally, number 20, this is definitely the biggest one, the performance. So the performance, this is definitely the biggest change in terms of the performance when it comes to iOS 10 betas. This thing basically flies, especially when it comes to the app launch speed and the close animation. It feels so much quicker. This is basically iOS 9 speed. Also, a lot of the RAM management issues seem to have been resolved. Apps open in the background now stay open instead of closing after 10 or so minutes. So yeah, in terms of the performance, a lot of improvements. So yeah, there you go. These were my top 20 features in iOS 10 Beta 3. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite feature or features if you have more than one. And also, if you have enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a huge like and also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more iOS 10 related videos. But yeah, other than that, this has been pretty much it. I'll have way more videos coming in the next few days, by the way. So in case you don't have notifications turned on my channel, be sure to turn them on both desktop and mobile. On mobile by simply clicking on that bell icon next to my channel, and you'll be notified as soon as I upload a brand new epic video. But yeah, this has been pretty much it for this video. So thank you for watching this video. I'm Daniel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Son of Tech, signing out. Cheers.